So ask him the question again.
Yeah, so when...
Go to the question,
here we go.
please.
Sing it. So when you need to...
Come back to me.
You're not coming to a recording studio. You'll mess it all up, so just forget it.
Always and forever.
Oh my God.
God.
Basically, you know how the whole thing works. 100%.
Yeah. How?
The seal's gone. If everything, I've done this my whole life.
Yeah.
I know that I can picture everything in my head just like it's in front of me.
Yeah.
I can explain it in ultimate detail. And there's only certain things that could be wrong with it, and that's it. It functions one way. You step in the brake, the hydraulic fluid pushes. It pushes the piston in. The piston pushes on one side of the pad, pulls the caliper towards the other side of the rotor, and it stops the car. And then it's supposed to release just enough so that the pad's barely touching the rotor. It's not creating a lot of heat, but it's still touching it just to see here. You understand?
Yeah.
So there's nothing to adjust. So the piston that touches the back of the pad,
Yeah.
the piston's on the inside of the car. It pushes towards the outside of the car on the rotor. If the pad's moving, shaking just a little bit, the squeaking you're hearing,
Yeah.
that's the piston touching the back of the pad. It
Oh.
has nothing to do with the brake touching the rotor.
Okay.
So typically you put a little bit of grease in the back of the pad
Yeah.
where the piston touches it, so that if that happens a little bit, you don't hear anything. But it shouldn't make that noise anyway, ever. It shouldn't move enough to hear that. But, you know, they have little clips that you put in, and you put the clip in into the caliper,
Yeah.
and then the pad fits into the clip. But it doesn't always mean that the clip is going to be perfect.
And that's it.
It's simple. It's simple. It's like so simple.
Mhm.
And there can only be a few things wrong with it, and that's it. It's not a big deal. So my truck, I'm driving my truck, and all of a sudden my truck's going, like it's a flat tire. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I pull over, there's no flat. But I still look at the brake in the front automatically,
Yeah.
and it's hot. And I'm like, this shouldn't be this hot. So I'm like, okay, let me just drive, it's not a flat. And it's doing the same thing. Because the pad, the grease that was on the back of the brake pad,
Yeah.
it got so hot that it started to melt a little bit. And then some of that grease got onto the pad, and then the grease is on the pad, the pad's touching the rotor, and it's skipping. Bup, 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 bup. You can't grab.
Oh, okay. That's what that.
So I take the truck, I take the tire off, I pull off the caliper, I see what the problem is, I clean the pads,
Yeah.
I clean the rotor, put it back together, and then I drove home. It was perfectly fine.
Wow.
And that's why I had the caliper replaced, because it has to be a bad caliper.
Right.
That's sticking a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's making the pad rub as I'm driving, heating the pad up too much, and the tire's on fire, and that's dangerous.
Right.
In other words, you know, it can't start a fire.
So you fixed it.
I've seen brake pads catch on fire before, no lie. When my boss was coming down a huge mountain in Los Angeles forest, riding his brakes, the fucking front wheels in flames.
Oh
trying to get
my
water to put around.
God, get out.
Yeah, this is a public video, okay?
What did he do? Swear?
Well, he blasphemed earlier, now he's getting to cussing. I don't want to have to put it in the explicit folder. This is the teach us anything folder.
I mean, so the old Barons used to be just a Baron that's in a race. You know how the Barons, it's like round like this and you slide it on?
Yeah.
That's how the old Barons were.
Yeah.
So you put the inside Baron, you put the rotor on, you put the outside Baron, you pack everything with grease, you put the nut on, you put the grease cover on, everything.
Yeah.
And I've had the Barons get so hot that they fuse welded onto the spindle.
Uh-huh.
That the actual rotors, the tires were running on. And I couldn't even cut it off, separate it, because it was one piece of metal.
Yeah.
Now it's the whole setup.
Yeah.
It's everything. They take the whole thing off. It's one whole setup. It's not separate bearings. It's a whole enclosed houser with the studs.
Yeah.
It's all one thing. But sometimes the studs don't come on it. You got to take all the studs out. You got to replace put the studs back in. It's too much work. I mean, if you're at a shop, yeah, they got the impact wrench and stuff. But doing it by yourself, you got to tighten the nut until you pull the stud into the axle.
Yeah.
I've had back axles break. I've had gears break in the rear end. I've had drive shafts drop. I've had everything happen that you could think of with a car my whole life.
Uh-huh.
Because I used to beat the shit out of cars and race. So when I'm talking to my mechanic, he knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So we're discussing all the possibilities, and
Yeah.
there's nothing left.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know, well, maybe you need to do this. I'm like, I don't need to do anything because I'm done.
Why wouldn't you call the girl's mechanic?
I'm not talking to him. I don't know if half the shit she's saying is true.
She's your boy.
I know that, but I don't even know. She had her minivan, and somebody hit her while she was parked. And you can drive it. You just pull a piece of plastic from the bumper away from the, you know, the inside of the fender wall. Pull it, tape, you know. No, I can't drive it like that. Oh, no, it needs to be fixed. I was there for for 7 months. She told me about it before that. Sat there. She's never done anything with it. And now it's been years. And then finally, somebody, the city came down and put a ticket on it because she's like, oh, it's registered. It's registered. I'm like, it's not registered because you don't have the current sticker on it. Just because you paid the registration fees, it's not complete. It needs a smog before you're going to get a sticker. So when they call it in, as far as they know, it's not registered because it's not complete. And they'll just fucking take it.
Yeah.
Oh, in other words, she didn't come up to code, so...
Well, you pay the registration
She had
fees.
the exam, yeah, but not...
Pay the registration fees, okay?
Yeah.
So you paid the fees, but you still need another step. You got to take it and get smogged. Once it gets approved, then you bring that, the DMV knows, it's all on the computer, and they send you the sticker. Registration complete.
Yeah.
If you don't have a sticker and the police run the plates, it's going to come up as current because everything's done. If you don't have the sticker on there, but if you're not getting the smog, it's not finished.
Right.
It's not complete. My car, I pay the registration fees, but it hasn't been smogged yet because my friend hasn't fucking taken it. So
Wait.
I'm sorry. My friend hasn't taken it, so it's not complete.
I wish my mother was still here.
So when I'm trying to explain these things to her, I'm like, listen, I know about this stuff.
Nicole.
Nicole's calling?
Yeah.